Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jones, former paparazzi consultant. Now I just speak out against paparazzi, multi-level marketing companies. My main focus is paparazzi, and I use things that are freely sourced on the internet as fair use, and if something is sent to me by an anonymous link, I will use it. And with that, let's get this party started. Hi everybody, welcome back. So today I am going to go over promotions from Paparazzi Land. So I went back to the Wayback Machine, and I wanted to see what the promotions were for all of these months. So in April of 2018, the promotion was hashtag I am paparazzi. And you have to do I am paparazzi, I am kind, I am changing the world, $5 at a time. Every morning during the month of April. Yes, they wanted you to do this every single morning. You didn't get a day off. You had to do it every day. Okay? Remind people who you are. Take the words I am and find a way to celebrate yourself every day. Use a hashtag on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram that says hashtag I am paparazzi, and we will select a random winner each day to receive a $20 back office credit. Ooh, so generous. So kind of them. So then we go to May 2018. Okay. And we still have the I am paparazzi, so I'm going to go to the next week. Bet your bling for the Aspire convention. Enter to win fabulous prizes. Collect as many bling bites as you can between May 1st and June 30th. Join us in Las Vegas for Aspire. Bling bites. Register for Aspire. You get one bling bit. Bite. I don't know. I can't read today. Personally sponsor an Aspire registrant. You get a bling bit. And then if you recruit, you get bling bits. Personal volume. 200 PV. 100 pieces of jewelry purchased. You get a bling bit. Rank advancement. You get more bling bits. For every 10 bling bits you earn, you get another bling bit. Wow. That was generous of them. So let's go into the next month. Let's go into June and see if they're still doing the Bling Bit promotion. Yep, we're still doing the Bling Bit promotion. Bet your bling. I mean, this is what they did back when they weren't really urging to grow as much as they were. But it's really interesting when you start seeing what happened in 2020 and 2021, because, you know, they're still doing the Bet Your Bling. Let's see what the July promotion is. I'm pretty sure it's a summer party pack. No promotions running on July 1st. Check back later, which is interesting. Yep, summer party accessories pack. You'll earn free accessories for every order of 150 PV. So 75 PV, you'll get 10 free accessories. And those accessories were like coveted. We all know this. So people were fighting for it. But here's the thing. Starlit Shimmer didn't have PV, and they always came out with cute Starlit Shimmer stuff during this time. So I felt like I was screwed out of it all the time. That was just me. So why am I bringing this up? Well, the promotion this month is, again, get somebody enrolled, because it's April. So we're going to fast forward to April 2021. They have the 30 chances to win the Breakout Challenge. That was April 2021. So this is probably showing your story. And then they had the Seize the Spotlight, search for the Z Collection models. That's still going on right now. And then they have win a VIP at the concert of your choice. Okay, all right, sounds good. So let's go to March of 2022. And this is after the COVID convention called Celebrate. Sparkle like you mean it. So I did a video on this. This is February 2022. You got 5 free blockbuster pieces. With every 100 personal volume that you buy. Yay. It's almost like double Hostess rewards in my humble opinion. Then they have the Business is Blooming. This was last April. Now, I remember watching some videos with some upline elites like Melissa and Crystal and Mandy, all saying that they didn't think there was going to be a promotion for April. And I remember saying in one of those videos, there was a promotion last April. And it's the same promotion this April. You get 10 free accessories or 30 or 50. So we go to promotions. We've got the extra extra. It's just named different. It's just got a different name. Business is blooming extra extra. Because this year everything's a little extra extra, according to Misty Kirby. But you still get 10, 30, and 50. There's never been a better time to join the party. Red flag. Throwing it on the play. They've been saying this for years. And yesterday's video with Erica Cole had a lot of comments and emails come my way. When Erica said there are billions of people in the world that have never heard about paparazzi, and I said, yes, you're correct. There are billions of people in the world. And so I wanted to pull up the statistics, okay, for the United States of America. This is the census from 2020. Now, in 2020, when this census was done, people were dying from COVID. So we're going to take about 1 million people off of that population because I know the birth rate is down as well because people can't afford to have children. But the population in the United States of America right now is 331,893,745 as of 2020. Okay? Let's just look at the economics of this because a lot of you were intrigued. So I'm just going to go over this. And this is Data Commons. You can pull this up by just doing a Google search. Okay. The gross domestic product in 2020 was about 60K. The labor force participation in the United States was a little under 80%. Lots of market capitalization for domestic companies, but it was going down. All right. The median individual income for the United States of America, and this is one that I really want to put focus on. So let me blow this up real quick. So here we go. Median individual income, $25,000. The average is just under $30,000. That's the median income for one person. One. Okay? Now, there are some people that are a little bit luckier than that, and they make a little bit more than that. But, like I said yesterday in my video when I was ranting and raving, the combined household income for most households in the United States, and that includes everybody who's working in that household, is $70,000 or less, if they're lucky. So say you've got mom and dad working, and you've got a teenage kid working. The combined household income of that home, according to the statistical data in this census, it adds up to what I said, okay? So we'll go back down. Medium individual income places within the United States. So I live in Washington, and it's $37,700. That's the median. And if both parents are working, or if both adults are working and they're making that, it's still considered poverty in my state. Okay? Mississippi is 25K. Texas is 31. New Mexico is 26. Utah is 31.9. So it's pretty sad. Puerto Rico, and I want to point this out, is 13,800. You know, it really makes me sad to know that people who provide a main part of tourism and, welcome people so generously in the territory of Puerto Rico, they get a bum rap. I hate saying that, but it's true. So that was kind of eye-opening for me as well. So next time you go on a cruise to Puerto Rico, if you go to Puerto Rico, and you go on a tour, tip your tour guide. Okay? At least $5 to $10. Be generous. Okay? They do a lot. They've been through a lot. Be generous. Number of people employed in the United States. Now, granted, this was 2020 when COVID hit and a lot of people lost their jobs. This is a lot higher now than it was, okay? Poverty rate in the United States of America. In 2014, the poverty rate was pretty high, okay? And then it continues. The poverty rate is going down, and it's hopefully continuing on that downward trend because people are demanding a living wage, but still not enough, okay? Percentages of people employed within the United States of America is 40 some odd percent. Now, when you look at the state by state, it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to go into all of that. The unemployment rate in the United States, and you got to look at where it's darker, okay? Unemployment rate in the United States in 2022, because this is data from the 2020 census, okay? Nevada had some of the highest unemployment rate. Why? Why in 2020 was Nevada some of the highest unemployment? Because their entire economy is based on tourism. And people weren't working. Why? Because people weren't traveling in 2020. People weren't going out to casinos. People weren't going to hotels. People weren't doing tourism. Washington State also has an extremely high population, and we have a lot of tourism-based stuff. Same with California. Same with New York, New Jersey. Any coastal city. Florida, the only reason their unemployment rate in 2020 didn't go down is because, one, the governor didn't shut the state down like other governors who took the pandemic seriously did. All right, I'm just pointing that out. Alcohol consumption per capita. Well, it went up. Gee, I wonder why. COVID-19 cases. Well, if we're going off of 2021 to 2023 data, yeah, it's gone up. But here's the other thing. Are we showing how many people have been vaccinated? No. And then we've got COVID cases accumulated per capita within the United States. I just want to point another thing out here. Arizona is pretty high. Utah is pretty high. Oregon and Washington are pretty low, okay? Maine, Vermont, New York, Virginia, and Georgia, states where people took it seriously. Hawaii took it so seriously, you couldn't go to that state without a vaccine card. And it had to be a valid vaccine card, because if you were found to have a fraudulent card, they arrested you. All right, so you can see where the COVID cases were the highest and where people lost their jobs because of all the misinformation out there, okay? The infant mortality rate has definitely gone down. It could be better. COVID deaths per capita. Utah didn't properly report theirs, but they had a lot of COVID deaths. And we've got to also factor in when it was at its peak, people who were having other serious ailments, like got in a car accident, suffered a heart attack, had other ailments that they needed medical care for, but they were unable to get it because the hospitals were full. I consider those COVID deaths as well. Even though they didn't die from COVID-19, they suffered from it because they couldn't get the proper medical care that they needed. Okay, our life expectancy has gone down. Okay, for the first time in years, our life expectancy is going down. Prescription drug use in the United States, thankfully with the oxycodone thing getting under control, that's going down. And then we've got prescribed drugs per capita. I thought that was really interesting too. Severe wasting among children under 5. I don't understand what that, severely wasted children. And then wasting among children 5 and under in the United States. Again, I don't know what that even means, and I didn't want to look. But the median household income, if you look at American Indian or Alaskan Native, it's pretty low. It's under 40. Black and African Americans is also under 40. Hispanic or Latino household income is under 45. Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander is just under 50,000. White Americans is right on the cusp of like 60,000. And Asian Americans are just above 80,000. All right, that makes sense. Just from where I live, that makes a lot of sense, okay? The median income by gender, women are still severely underserved here. Women are barely making $25,000 a year, whereas men are getting closer to 40. Still, women are underpaid in the United States. Women, if you're listening to my channel, please do not be a one-issue voter. Vote for not only your self-interest, but for the self-interest of all other women combined and your children, okay? Because how you vote affects the laws in this country. And if you fail to vote for people who are truly going to represent you instead of people who are representing themselves and pulling stupid stunts to fundraise and get their news sound bites, you are not doing yourself a service. You are doing them a service, and you're shooting yourself in the foot in the process. So please, learn who's running in your local government. Learn what they represent. Look at their record and see if they deserve your vote, and vote accordingly. Don't let somebody tell you how to vote, especially not me. But do your homework and look outside of, what the news sound bites tell you and what other people tell you. Actually sit down and read the pamphlet that your state sends you, if your state sends you one, and read about each individual person on that ballot. Okay? And then do yourself a ranking system. And then say, oh, I really like this person, but I like this person too. And then do a side-by-side comparison. And then we have the power of the internet. Google them and see if they have actually kept their word from past elections. If this is their first time running, if they win, hold them accountable to what they said they were going to do. It's not hard. And if they don't do what they said they were going to do, and if you do find that they're doing what they have to serve their own self-interest, then don't vote for them again. Vote them out by voting for somebody else. You don't have to keep them in there just because they have name recognition, okay? Or just because they've been there forever. It's just like, and I'm just going to say this, it's just like the paparazzi structure, okay? Just because they're an elite doesn't mean that they should still be, okay? So if they're not doing what they promised to do, stop following them. If they're not taking care of what they said they were going to take care of, don't give them any more fuel, money, notoriety. That's what these people want. They want their celebrity. They want the notoriety. That's the only way I can put this. Okay. So, distribution of population by citizenship in the United States. This country's immigration has pretty much been stagnant for quite a while. People in the United States are, getting married. I don't know how many are divorced, but the divorce rate seems to stay sane. The fertility rate is right here. Notice that people are not having children. Okay. Marital status distribution in the United States. Well, there's a lot of people that got married. It's a big industry. Median age within the United States of America. Utah is one of the youngest states in the United States, and that is mostly because of the Mormon Church. Okay. They get married young. They go on their mission. They come home. They get married again. And then they start spitting out their kids and repeating the process. Okay. One of the oldest states is Maine. 44 is the average age of Maine. So where's Iowa? I can't remember where Iowa is. There it is. The average age of people in Iowa is 38. Iowa is one of those states where most people start the process in the political process. So if you know someone in Iowa, have them actually do research and study the candidate, and don't just take sound bites, and tell them to research the voter pamphlet and just look at their voting record. That's how, bless you, babe. That's how you should research a candidate. You shouldn't research a candidate based on QAnon or MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, or anything else of that sort. You should go to their website and see what they say, and then go and see if they've actually voted with what they've said they're going to do. I'm just going to keep hitting this dead horse. And then South Carolina is the next state that starts the voting process, and their average age is 40. Alrighty then. The largest population in the United States is California, then Texas, okay? And then after California and Texas, it's pretty much Washington, Arizona, Illinois, Missouri, Florida. New Jersey is 9.27 and New York is 19. So, as you can see, coastal cities and cities with a large population serve most of the United States, population-wise. And the states with the lowest population, Montana, 1.1 million, Wyoming, 579,000. North Dakota, South Dakota, they don't even equal a million separately, but together they equal a million. But they have more senators than my state of 7.4 and more senators than the state of California, which has almost 40 million people. That doesn't make sense to me either. Population growth in the United States has dropped quite a bit. Our population isn't growing. People aren't having children. So, again, to talk about what Erica Cole said, there are billions of people in the world and not all of them have heard about Paparazzi. Erica Cole, I'm just going to remind you of this again. Paparazzi is a United States-based company with a total population of 332 million. Of that, the average age of people in our country is in their 40s. So, Paparazzi is bleeding consultants in their 40s and above because they are realizing that they're in a lose-lose situation. Paparazzi is trying to get you to recruit the younger generation, but they're smarter than most people. I hate to break it to you, but I feel the millennials and people that were born after the millennials, like the younger generation, they're smarter, they're more connected, and they have a better understanding and grasp of things that you and I, when we were kids, were naive to. Okay? And I'm not afraid to admit that. I was naive and blinded when I was a child. My eyes weren't open to a lot of things in this world until I met and married David. He opened my eyes to a lot of things because he is always filling his brain with knowledge. He is always reading and studying and learning, and then he imparts that knowledge on me. Sometimes unwelcomed, as it may be, but he imparts the knowledge on me. And I appreciate that fact because without him, I wouldn't be as smart as I am today. I just wish I listened to him when I signed up. Because when I got my Paparazzi starter kit, the first words out of my mouth were, "It's not LuLaRoe." And today I spent the morning, rewatching the LuLaRoe documentary. And I was watching all the Zoom meetings in the documentary where Deanne and Mark are talking about everything. And I was just like, I swear Misty and Trent Kirby are mentored by Deanne and Mark Stidham. Because they follow in the same footsteps. They are doing the exact same thing. And all I can say is their time is a-coming. I know they're struggling and I know they're hurting. And I don't care. So with that, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being here today and looking at all the boring statistics. The next video is going to talk about how Paparazzi is actually starting to provide training to its consultants. They've done training with the Paparazzi Premier app, but now we're going to go over some of those Paparazzi Insider emails that have been coming out lately. So stick around. Thank you again for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, don't worry. You can subscribe when you feel brave enough to. I'm just glad you're here. All right, have a great day. Bye.